What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, Cool Kobe 149, and today we are making a video review of the Crimson Dawn Legionaire hilt. This is, I think, also called the Reaver or something very similar on the LGT store. This is available on the LGT store on AliExpress and Crimson Dawn. This one is the Crimson Core version. Now, in today's video, this will be a two-parter. Second part, we'll show off all sound fonts and explain more into detail the difference between the Crimson Core and the Proffie Core, because there's two of them there. The Crimson Core, Crimson Proffie, and the regular Proffie that are there. And long story short, the only difference will be in sounds. It comes with different sound fonts if you get the Crimson Core that are made by Crimson Dawn. If you are planning on editing all your sounds, you don't need to, and you don't like the sounds that comes with the Crimson one, which I'll show in the next video, there is no point in getting them whatsoever. Especially if you're good at modding and you're going to edit sounds anyways, because both of them are Proffie board. Eventually, I've been told by Crimson Dawn, when I emailed them, that they'll be selling the SD card, like different SD cards that you can buy, and I don't know how much they'll be, but basically you'll just swap them out, and instead of you having to do your own programming for blade effects and Saber effects, you will be able to just buy the SD cards you want, so you don't have to learn how to modify it. And I don't know if that will still get rid of the warranty, because there is a warranty on this, and I'll go more into the Saber in a moment. Because the modifying part is important. There's a warranty that comes with the Saber. I think it's like a year warranty or so. That if it breaks, that they'll replace anything that breaks. But that it is immediately defective and not, it goes away if you modify the Saber internally. So if you get rid of the SD card and modify the SD card and do stuff, they'll void your warranty. Anyway, so this is a neopixel Saber, which means the light is going to go up and down the Saber like that. Now, when I do my other video, the lights will be off, it'll be pitch black, and so you can see the full potential of the neopixel and all the lighting effects and what it will sound like. But for this video, I will show you how to turn down and up the volume of the Saber, how to change sound fonts, so what available sound fonts will be shown in the other video, and in the other video also explains why it repeats the name of certain sound fonts, even though they seem similar to the same. We'll go over that. Here we go. And we'll also be talking about color changing, the only thing I don't know how to do is battle mode. So if you don't know how to use battle mode and you're watching this video because you want to learn how to figure out battle mode, you can click away now, because I have absolutely no clue. The card says to do something that's completely incorrect. The card is actually incorrect about almost everything. And so, yeah. Let's begin. So what I just did was enter the Saber. Turn it off. There we go. So if you'd like to just turn on the Saber, nothing else, and you don't want to switch sound fonts or do anything, you just click out your Saber, you're just going to click the button. Easiest thing you can figure out. Click the button, turns on the Saber. But the Saber is often very loud. So let's just say you want to switch the volume. To switch your volume, this is when we're going to have to get into clicking and holding. For the duration of this video, a click is going to be a tap of the button, and a hold is going to be a hold of the button. So if I say click and hold, I don't mean we're just going to hold it. I'm going to mean literally click, then hold right after. So to enter volume changing mode, you're going to click and hold, like so. And it'll make a beep. Like doo-doo-doo. Once that's happened, the Saber won't turn on until you exit that mode, which you exit it by doing the exact same steps, like clicking and holding like so. And you hold it. If you double click it, it will do something different. You need to click, then hold until it makes that noise. So, if you want to change the volume in this mode, you tap it to go up in volume. And as you can see, it played a very high pitch ring, which means I'm at the very max of the volume. But if I want to turn it down, I'm just going to hold and let go very quickly. So I'm going to go hold, let go. And you'll hear the volume and the beeps start getting quieter and quieter, and that's how loud the Saber is going to be. So they get very quiet until the point it's at minimum volume. And eventually when it's at minimum volume, it's going to play a very low pitch beep, basically meaning that you've reached the lowest volume it can reach without being muted. And you can't actually mute this thing via the volume changing mode. You have to activate it via mute mode. And I'll show you how to do that in a moment. And then to exit, you're just going to click and hold again. Beautiful. So now whenever I turn on the Saber, for the duration of this video, I made it quiet so it doesn't sound awful. It'll be incredibly quiet to the point where you will barely be able to hear it, and I hope you can. If I bring it close, you can. If you put it up to your ear, you can still hear it. But all the sounds will still be the same, so if you hit it, it will still have the hitting sound effects. It'll just be very quiet. Or you can have it at mid-volume or high volume. I personally keep it at high volume. I never actually keep it at quiet volume, because I never need to. So, anyways. So after you turn on your Saber, to turn off your Saber, you just hold the button until the blade turns off. So what I'm doing is just holding it. So no clicking involved, just hold down the button until it turns off. To go to the next sound font, which is the next character or next sound that the Saber will make with blade or different blade effects, you're just going to hold and let go. And you're going to do that you can do this very quickly if you get the hang of it. So basically, hold, let go. So that is the Kylo Ren sound font. But let's just say, the last sound font was Darth Vader's, but I don't want to go back there. I don't want to scroll through all to like 20 sound fonts to get back to Darth Vader's. So what do? All you're going to do is, while it's off, hold down the button until it brings you back a sound font. So, as example, so if you do a short hold and let go, it will bring you forward, and you can do this quite quickly by doing hold, let go, hold, let go, hold, let go. Or if you just want to go back, you're going to hold on until it switches back, and then you can let go and then now use Darth Vader's. This offers plenty of sound fonts. Again, in the second video I will be hopefully posting today, it will show off all of them. Anyway, so after you do that, after you turn on your Saber, and you got the proper sound font, maybe you want to mute it. We're going to go through all the modes that are off. So to activate mute mode, you're just going to triple click. So you're going to click, click, hold. Okay, so it's a double click, hold. Got it? And that will enter mute mode, okay? And then in mute mode, it will work exactly as regular in normal mode, including turning it off and whatever. All it will do is completely mute the Saber for when you turn it on to mute mode, which is click that while it's off. Now that the Saber is on, you can just start doing stuff. As you can see, I've done a lot there in a moment. I'm going to show you what that is. So, let's just say that you want to just blaster block. You want to, like, pretending you're blocking blaster shots. All you're going to do is click the button while it's on. And as you can see, since it's a neopixel, it will actually only affect one segment of the Saber rather than the whole thing. Let's just say you want to do a like a hit block. Like if you're actually dueling, you would see this naturally. But if you want to see it without dueling or hitting anything, you can just hit the hilt directly. And you see how it's turning white over there? That's because if you were actually hitting something, it would turn white as well. It isn't centralized to any area, so it doesn't mean it doesn't follow where it hits, but it will do a random general area around, like, here. So as you can see, hit it, will do that. And also if you hit other blades and stuff, it would also activate. This is basically if you hit another blade or any object in your room. Anyways, let's just say, let's use some of the force effects. So, Saber lockup, which is the, when you lock up a Saber like this. When this is another Saber, they go, you know. To do that, you're going to hold the button and hit it before the saber turns off. So you're going to hold, hit it. And you let go of the button to stop that. So as you can see, I'm holding onto the button. It gets hit. And when I let go of the button, as you can see, the light turns off. Now let's go through some other ones that I really can't show because that would require moving along my camera, but I'll try my best. Let's just say you want to melt through that wall. You know, on movies, they'll try to melt through the wall like the Star Wars movies. You could do that with the saber. All you have to do is hold the button and thrust your saber forward, okay? So you can see this is yellow now. Depending on the sound font, will change what tip color it is, but it's yellow. And so now, so it looks like I am drilling through the wall. And you can do this and use some cool effects with this. Same concept, if you hold the saber's button and you thrust it downwards, it will do a tip drag, which will turn the tip of the saber white like so. Oh, sorry. What the heck? Like so, it turns it white. And it basically, if like you know how Kylo Ren will drag his saber across the floor during fights? That is exactly the same concept, and it will make a sound for that, and like you're dragging it across the floor. And so you can get cool shots with that. Let's just say, you want to, if you want to do a lightning block. Lightning block is a, you know, in the 9th movie when Palpatine is shooting Rey with lightning, the saber will do a weird, like, you know, fizzle animation instead of the lightning being directed directly in the center. To do this, you're going to click, click, hold. And it will basically change the light and make it go everywhere in multiple spots rather than centralize it in one area. Perfect if you need it for filming and for, you know, your cosplaying needs. One last thing I will show, I think. Okay, good. So, now, color change. Let's just say you don't like the color it comes with, but you like the sound font. So when you get to the sound font that you like, all you're going to do is point the saber towards the floor. You can do this by holding it like this, or just doing it like this. You're going to click and hold, like so. Like, not like that, like so. And you'll hear a beep. Now, as you see, as I'm turning the saber, it is changing the color of it. Now, when you get to the color that you like, you'll do the exact same thing. Just click and hold, and it will stay at the color that you picked. So let me rotate it to blue. And there's also different types of blue. There's a light blue that goes into green, and then a yellow, a red, purple, back to blue, you know. It can't do white with this color changing mode, but you can change that with the Proffie board, or go to a sound font that has white, which is the Dark Saber sound font. So I got, let's just say, a dark blue right here. I'm just going to click and hold, and it will and stay at white blue, dark blue. Now, let's just say I want back to red. I'll find red again. But instead, I'm just going to turn off the saber. And now, when I turn it back on, it will stay at that red. I think this is a better example. Sorry, give me a moment. I accidentally entered sound mode. So let's just say I turn off the saber like that, or if I just turn off the saber regularly after clicking and holding to exit color changing mode, it will still stay on that color, so you can turn it off, and it will only get rid of that color's changing that you change that sound font to if you switch to the next one. And you either scroll through all of them, get back to that sound font, or you scroll back like I just did to get back to it. So now you still have the red there. So it will still have that original red it came with if you do that. So as I've just shown you how to enter color changing mode, last reminder for color changing, you're going to point it towards the floor, click and hold, and it will make a noise. It will be a different noise depending on each sound font. And then you can rotate the thing without holding the button, And then once you got to the color you like, let's say you want like blue, and it's blue right here, you'll click and hold again, and it will make a noise, the same noise again, and you will change the colors. So, I think that is all. This is all the functions that you will get, except battle mode, which I really don't know how to do and how to function around it. But basically, the whole purpose of battle mode is whenever you would swing the saber and it would see like you made a swing, it will make a blaster block. It's very hard to show even in this small of an area as well. When I do my next video, my part 2, it will actually be in a different area with more room so I can show off the swinging and stuff. Because certain sound fonts change color if you swing it, or have more effects if you swing it. So yeah. Anyways, that is a majority of how to use this saber. And now to the review portion. What do I think of this saber? I paid 600 Canadian to get this, to pay for it, for the shipping, duties, and taxes. $600. And 130 of those dollars were the shipping and taxes and duties. So 130 bucks was shipping, taxes, and duties, blah. So $470 Canadian for the saber hilt and the core. This saber hilt was 140 bucks. The core is its usual $229, $230, I think. Those are in American prices, and the blade being its usual 100, 200 bucks or something like that. So, yes, it's a very expensive saber, the one I chose, but this hilt is amazing. It is very not balanced at all, but it looks really cool. Every time I look at this hilt, it makes me feel refreshed. Just look at the workmanship. This is removable, but I have a very hard time removing it without using my teeth. This whole thing is take-apartable. You can screw this off to get to the emitter. And you remove the blade via using the screw. It comes with the usual stuff. It comes with an axle key to remove the screw. It comes with tons of screws for you to use. It comes with a blade. It comes with a charger. It comes with everything you need to function with the saber, including the bottom. And it comes very well wrapped, I'll tell you that. It took me like 10 minutes to unwrap the saber. And yes, there's also one more thing of functionality. It will show in your card that you get, which 90% of it's wrong, so please listen to the stuff I said in this video and go to other people's reviews to also see what's going on. Depending on which saber you get, it could have different functions, basically. Battery mode. Battery is actually a sound font on the saber. This means 100%, and it will be green if it's 100%, like if it's at the very tip. But the lower it gets, the lower the battery is. Its battery retention is amazing. I went away for 2.5, 3 weeks on vacation, and I left it at 100% or 95%, and it was only down to here when I got back 3 weeks later. So yeah, battery retention is very good in this. Overall, if you've never used a Proffie neopixel, I would suggest you get a nice either eco neopixel or just something to see and feel how it is. They are very fun to use. This one is a Proffie, and I'm very proud of it. In the future, I am planning on adding my different sound fonts from different sound font creators. I don't know what I'll add yet, or maybe I'll figure out eventually how to make my own, because that'd be a cool time. It's very hard to, and requires programming and stuff like that, which would require me to learn stuff, but you know. Anyways, that is the basics of the review. My review, the hilt, 10 out of 10 on looks. The looks are amazing on this hilt. Functionality of the hilt, 2 out of 10. This is a very wonkily balanced hilt. The center of gravity in this is like over here. You're like right here. And so you don't feel balanced at all using this. The middle, this is deceivingly light from here to here, and this is deceivingly heavy. This is really heavy, this portion right here. And so it feels very ill-balanced for swinging. However, you could do it with this, and it would be perfectly fine. And it does have the correct connector on the bottom that if you owned another saber of a similar bottom type, like I do, you can actually connect it like a staff if you have the proper bottom bit, which this one does. I just learned that today. You can actually make this into a staff like so. Not going to do because that takes too much time. So anyways, review. Totally would recommend this hilt because LGT, Crimson Dawn stuff, always recommend their products. But specifically this hilt, I would recommend if you like the looks, if you want it for functionality, go for a more sleek, different hilt. This hilt is definitely not the one for functionality if that's what you're looking for. But yeah, thank you for watching this video. Part 2 will be coming out hopefully just a little bit later after this. If not, I'm going to be releasing it a day or two later. I really hope to get it out as soon as possible so you know that this saber, this video is merely showing off how to use it and my review of it. And the next video will be of me swinging it, showing off every sound font, and explaining why there's repeated sound fonts. So, because when you scroll through this thing, you'll find a Darth Vader, and then later you'll find Darth Vader again, but it will do different things, and I'll explain that in the video. Anyways, y'all have an awesome time, and I'll see you another day.